Hello! I wanted to put a quick video out to let all my friends, family, and anybody else who wants to follow along know that towards the end of February, February 23rd, I will be setting off from Springer Mountain, Georgia, going northbound Nobo and attempting to hike the Appalachian Trail. A through hike of the Appalachian Trail is 2,197.9 miles this year through 14 different states. It's a continuous footpath starting in Georgia and ending in Maine. So we'll be going from Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin, Maine. And again, I'll be leaving February 23rd. So that is my plan for the next 5 to 6 months. Hopefully I'll put some videos together that my plan is to video each day and put it out there for friends and family, and again, anybody else who would like to follow along to be able to watch on my trials and tribulations throughout the eastern Appalachians of the United States. Again, that's upcoming this year in 2026, and it's going to be an attempt to go through all 14 states. My son is starting with me for the first 3 days. So he'll be with me until about mountain crossing. So he'll go about the first 30 miles to get me started. And then it's going to be all by my lonesome. I'll be carrying everything on my back in a backpack. I'll try to put together a video outlining the different gear that I'm bringing, so that way everybody has an idea of what I'm taking. It's going to be a little bit cold, obviously, to start in February. My plan to start that early was really twofold. First, it allows me to finish, hopefully, if I'm successful, hopefully finish in time to get back before my daughter's field hockey and volleyball seasons kick off. And second, it allows me to get out ahead of people a little bit, so I'm not stuck in this bubble. Roughly 3,000 to 4,000 people attempt this each year. About 25% are successful. So you're looking at, 1,000-ish people are successful doing this each year. And if I can get out in front a little bit, on the 23rd, last I looked, there were 10 people registered to start on February 23rd. My son didn't register because he's not attempting a through hike, but my wife will be bringing the two of us down there. He'll go for 3 days and then come back. That is our plan. Again, I'll outline my gear that I'm taking with me. Have to have my tent, my sleeping bag, all my food. I'll bring that along with me as well. You'll be able to resupply usually every 3 to 5 days, and you'll hit towns or areas where you can resupply. Worst case scenario, you can always send yourself a mail drop of your next set of food. But that's basically going to mean you break down this trip into, I don't know how many it is, but so ever many 3 to 5 day trips where you're carrying that much food. I believe last I checked, my full pack weight without water and food is just around 25 pounds. Again, I'll go through all that as we move forward. The other thing that I'll be posting a video about here, hopefully within the next week or so, because it's coming up soon, is on a trail name. When you hike the Appalachian Trail, it's tradition that either somebody gives you a trail name or you have a trail name. It's really your nickname or what you're known by on the trail. And again, as all you guys know, it's Bill. But I'll be putting out a couple ideas that my kids and my wife have provided for me, and see if anybody has any other ideas for a trail name, because the last thing you want is something that's terrible that's given to you. You don't have to accept it, but at the same time, I don't want to be stops every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom or something like that as my trail name. That's not exactly what I would hope for. But anyways, I'll put that video out as well. I am fairly novice at making these type of videos, so bear with me. They'll get better hopefully as we move along. But I had a little bit of practice. I did a shakedown hike with my friend Jason. We did the Foothills Trail back in late November. I did a little bit of videoing. I learned a little bit of what I did wrong and what I did right, and how to do that on my phone as opposed to using video equipment, which is what I was used to before to video field hockey games for my daughter and other things like that. But I learned that, first of all, that the can't leave your phone in regular mode. It's going to burn all the battery out. I have a couple of battery backups that I'll be bringing along with me to keep plenty of power while I'm out there. But again, I'll go through all that gear and what its usefulness is. I'm just bringing to video my phone. I have an iPhone 17 Pro Plus or something like that. I think, I can't remember. It's 15. I don't know. It's one of the newer ones. But I'll be using that to do all my videoing. That way, it's just one less thing to carry as we move along. It's been a lifelong dream. Well, I'm gonna say lifelong, but it's been a dream of mine for better part of the last 10 to 20 years to do this. Everything kind of aligned for this to be the year and the time to attempt. My wife and I sold our business. I closed on that and was done transitioning to the new owner in this past summer. So prior to going back to work for me, I'm gonna do this trail and hopefully be successful and knock that off my bucket list. For those of you who know me, I do like to knock things off my bucket list. I do like to take on, I don't know, I don't want to say large things, but I do like to try to do things that are out of the norm. So this is the next step in that. I've been doing a lot of hikes around the neighborhood and through some trails around here, but I found out on my shakedown hike that I'm from Richmond, Virginia, that even though we have some hills here and you can go to some trails and you can get to the AT and do some hiking there, it's just hard to do that every single day. But there is a big difference in hiking just some trails around here where there's a little bit of elevation gain to when we were on the Foothills Trail. I believe one day we did almost 4,000 feet of elevation gain, and that was a little shock to the system there, I would say. But the carrying the pack weight is not going to be an issue, I don't believe. I've carried that all around and a lot of 5 to 6 mile hikes around and walks around here, and that was not my issue. And everything else will just work its way into place. That the biggest thing when you start this hike is from everything I've read, and I've done a ton of research, is to start slow. Don't overdo it at the beginning. So that's our plan. That we'll go anywhere from 8 to 10 miles a day, give or take the terrain, for at least the first week, maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll slowly start to pick up further and bigger mileage at that point. Again, I'll come back with a gear video, everything that I'm taking with me, so everybody can see, and then also some suggestions for trail names, and hopefully all my friends and family and anybody else that wants to follow along will find this valuable for them or enjoyable in some way. I'll try to keep the videos out consistently. I don't know if I'm going to start putting them out there day one, because there's going to be a break at times if I start trying to put them right away, when you just lose cell service and things of that nature. But I'll go into some of that on why I made some decisions and what I learned on my shakedown hike. And the first thing was I had Verizon, but I didn't have very good signal on the Foothills Trail. I've heard Verizon is pretty good on the AT, but pretty good also means that you're only getting signals every once in a while. So instead of taking a Garmin InReach, some sort of satellite communicator, I'm going to sign up and do the T-Satellite through T-Mobile, which you can add to any carrier for $10 a month, and it gives you the Starlink service for texting. So that way I'll be able to stay in touch with my wife and kids. Any other loved ones that are following along, but that's going to be my plan for that. I thought about the Garmin InReach, and I just decided for $10 a month, it's a big difference than dropping almost $400 on the piece on the Garmin InReach itself, plus another $30 a month or whatever it is to have that active while I'm out there. I just had a hard time seeing the value. I know for emergencies it's important, but that's why I'm getting this T-Satellite and being able to stay in contact. But that's decision number one that the Foothills Trail allowed me. At first I was going to try just to use the Apple satellite, capture the satellites when you don't have signal, and I mean it works, but it's really slow, and it was a challenge, and I just don't think that I'll want to go through that challenge on a day in and day out basis. And in case of emergency, I just would rather have something that I'm able to reach out to somebody almost immediately. But anyways, again, my name is Bill, and I'll be starting in towards the end of February, so just about a month away. I'll put some more videos out soon. If you want to follow along, please like and subscribe, and choose to hit the notifications for when I put a new video out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you down the trail.